Hi guys, how are you all doing? So, question for you today is, are you dealing with a narcissistic person? So this could be someone that you're in a relationship with. It could be, your mom or your dad, a coworker, or your boss even. So a narcissistic is just like that tale that we're also familiar with. It's someone who has an inflated sense of their own importance. They have a deep need for excessive attention and admiration. However, they have troubled relationships and they have a lack of empathy for others. Their self-esteem is so vulnerable to the slightest criticism. And probably you do have that person in your life. So I want today to bring to your attention 10 signs of a narcissistic person. So to help you understand what they are like, what they need, and also what you need to do to be able to deal with this person. So one of the first traits, and this is according to the Diagnostic and Statistic Manual. So this has been found out. This is according to what therapists use as a guide, and what has been found out by research. So the first sign is superiority and entitlement. So to a narcissist, everything is labeled, or everything is in the hierarchy of being good or bad. So everything is either good or bad, superior or inferior to a narcissist. And obviously they are at the top of this hierarchy, so that everything has to be their own way, and they have to control everything and everyone. Sign number 2, they have an exaggerated need for attention and validation. So they're always looking for that constant attention. They're always after you, seeking that love, that your attention, looking for you being around them and giving your attention to them. And no matter what you do, no matter how good you do, how good you are to them, it is never them. So the third sign is perfectionism. So everything for them has to be perfect. They need to be perfect. You have to be perfect. Situations have to be perfect. And if they're not, then they're complaining. They're always complaining about it. They're complaining about you because they're not perfect. The situation is not perfect. What you did to them was not perfect. And they're constantly not satisfied. Okay, so the number 4 sign is they have great need to control. So everything that happens around them and for them, they have to have under control, because they are disappointed with the imperfect way that life unfolds. So they want to control it. They have to have it under control. They sense their sense of entitlement, because they think in their minds they are entitled to have everything, that they're entitled to your attention, everyone's attention. They're entitled to have the best things in life. Okay? And if they don't get it, they become upset. Okay? So if things are not controlled, if you are not under control, if you don't do something the way they want it to be done, they become really upset. Okay? So tip number 5 is lack of responsibility, blaming and deflecting. So even though they want to control everything, they don't want to be responsible for anything. So it's always someone else. If things go wrong, it's always someone else's fault. Okay? Right, so tip number 6, or sign number 6, in this case, sign number 6, is lack of boundaries. Okay? So they don't know where they finish and you start. Okay? They have no boundaries. So they have no boundaries. They will go through great lengths to achieve what they want from you, and there are no limits. There's no limits to what can happen, what they can do, from what you have to do, how you have to behave, doesn't matter. There's no limits. They have no boundaries. Then sign number 7, no empathy. They are unable to put themselves in your shoes. Okay, they can't, they don't do it. They just can't do it. If you're going through a problem, you're not feeling well, some people will try and think and feel how you are feeling, but they are unable to do that. They have no empathy for others. Then sign number 8 is emotional reasoning. It doesn't matter how much you try to explain how you're feeling, what's the logic in whatever's going on. They are just not able to understand how you feel, because they have no empathy. So there's no way you can reason or you can explain to them what's happening, how you're feeling. Sign number 9 is fear. Okay, they are highly motivated by fear. Fear that something will go wrong, fear of what other people will think of them, fear that they will not succeed. Okay, and then finally, sign number 10 is they're not able to communicate or work as part of a team, because they have no empathy, they have no emotional reasoning. So it's impossible for them to put themselves in your shoes or to think, try to think how you're thinking, or try to or to detach themselves emotionally from the situation. Okay, so those are the 10 signs of a narcissistic person. Now, it's up to you. It's up to you what the solution is, because these signs, or the way that the narcissistic person is a disorder. It's like a mental illness. And the only way to get through to them is for them to have therapy, for them to be treated by a professional, by a psychologist or a therapist. Therefore, you have not got the tools to help these people. So it's up to you. It's either you're going to try and get them to seek professional help, or you're just going to live with them, even though you know how they are, that it's impossible for them to, empathize with you, to work in as a group, or, with you. So you're either going to help them go to a therapist, or you within yourself, you're going to have to think, what are you going to do? Are you going to live with these people this way? Are you going to continue to deal with these people in this way, if they're your bosses, your co-workers, if they're your parents? Or are you going to detach yourself from this person, move away, and cut cords with this person forever? So it is up to you whether you live suffering with this person, or you just cut that relationship with this person. Now, if this is you, then I suggest that you seek professional help, because there are people out there that can help you. If this is someone that you know, and the way that they are is affecting your life, then you just have to choose what you are going to do. Now, and sometimes maybe you don't live with them anymore, but they were your parents, for example. If you think they were a narcissistic person, all I have to tell you is that it's not your fault what you went through. It probably traumatized you, or it touched you in some way. And what you need to do really, still, because you have that trauma in you, is to also seek someone, go speak to a psychologist, so that they can help you to overcome and heal all those wounds that you have inside you, that this person caused in your life. Because it's important. If you have a cut in your hand, if you are physically hurt, you seek a doctor to heal you, don't you? So in the inside it's the same. So if inside you are hurt, There's no way we can see the wound, but you still need to get treatment. And it's not a shame if you do that. On the other hand, it's a great thing if you seek a doctor to heal your inside wound, because then you will be able to move forward with your life. Okay? So do that because you are amazing. You deserve everything. You deserve the perfect future. So go on, heal your past so you can move forward.